Okay, this will be an interesting one. We can make this look good. This will be a challenging one, I think. So let's see what we can do with this. We'll look at that later. Going to make this a negative image. It's going to be an interesting one. We're definitely going to add yellow because yellow is the colour of the original, and it's going to go shades of blue, which will contrast well, hopefully. And we've got here this contrast we're going to set. So we're going to make this look good, hopefully. Okay, let's see how we go. It is an advertisement. It's out of an entertainment magazine in a foreign language. I don't know if this is Chinese or something different. I don't understand the language. I'm not able to understand. I only read, speak, and write English. That's all I'm good at. I can't do anything else. I can't learn languages, especially complicated languages like Chinese. I can't, because I've got brain damage, so I can't remember all the stuff that I have to learn. Hopefully they'll have the technology, or they will have the technology one day to fix the damage that I had, and I'll be able to do all sorts of stuff like run a photocopier company, become a scientist, and help find solutions to all sorts of problems, apart from also not just the photocopier problems but other things too. Now that looks really nice. It looks better than I thought it would look. So basically that's what I want to do. The short-term memory in the hippocampus are a couple of the areas where I'm deficient because of I had a cord around my neck at birth, and basically it sucked the oxygen out, and basically it fucked up my memory, and I can't learn new things that easily. It's very difficult, if not impossible. It's actually impossible to learn certain things, and now that I'm now 46, now that I can notice that my memory has gone down even further with age. And because I only had a small amount of hippocampus and short-term memory, the hippocampus is the part of the brain that converts short-term memory to long-term memory, incidentally, and basically I feel like I've got less of those two memory components. I can't remember what song I heard on the radio unless I've heard it at least a few times, whereas in the past I could at least remember that. But basically, I'm trying to decide what else we're going to do with this. We're just going to leave it like that. But basically, I have to get by on a disability pension and work in a sheltered workshop. It's not the kind of life that I want to live forever. One day they'll have the technology, and I'm going to be a scientist as well as a CEO of a big photocopier company, and I'm going to make heaps of I'm going to make photocopiers that are artificially intelligent and whose hardware will last. Actually, I don't think we need this. Whose hardware is going to last like 60 years instead of 5 years, like this kind of shit. So I'm going to make equipment that lasts, because it's better for the environment that we keep equipment in commission as long as possible. It's no good having to rip. And the thing is, most companies, I have my doubts. I don't think Konica Minolta is likely to be using recycled minerals and recycled metals and plastics from old photocopiers. So companies like Konica Minolta can't be doing a very good job on the planet with this attitude of you got to replace it. You got to make the machines last only 5 years, and then the customer has to replace it because the spare parts are no longer available. This is not acceptable, folks. We got to make this last. It's best. Even if we recycled these equipments, it's best to reuse rather than recycle, or to refuse rather than recycle. See, if you refuse to buy another photocopier, that's better than recycling. So basically, we got to fix this planet, and one of the things I want to do as a scientist is I want to solve problems like climate change and plastics in the ocean, and I want to also learn how to harness the power of lightning for another form of renewable energy. So I've got a lot of plans, folks, in my life. I've got so many things I want to do, but I want to do it. I love photocopiers, man. I'm be so chuffed being a CEO of a big company that makes the best photocopiers on Earth. Well, I'm hoping that it'll be the best on Earth. But I'll be really glad to help mankind and help keep nature going for generations to come. I want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. So I've got a lot of things I want to do. And we've got to make the machines of the future also easy to recycle. So once the machine is finally decommissioned, it'll be a lot easier for people to recycle it. It'll be easier to pull apart and to batch everything. And we're going to use less plastics in our equipments too. We're going to try and aim to keep the plastic levels of our machines down to 5%. And basically, the plastics will be used in areas where other minerals or materials, should I say, can't go, like insulation for wiring and for plugs and sockets. So plastic still has a place, but we've got to minimise the use of that shit as much as we can. But anyway, and that's another thing, we've got to make our equipments out of recycled materials. We've got to aim to get as close to 100% use of recycled minerals and materials as possible. But anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day.